What a crazy subject today. Girls in China and Asian countries, they're being pressured to get married. Now, after all that of them killing off these little girls and not allowing them to be born, then they got the nerve to turn around and put pressure on these children to get married. This is so wrong. Watch this footage closely.
This year, on January 19th, a 27-year-old girl in northeast China was urged to get married by her mother and aunt. She was embarrassed and annoyed at the same time, covering her head with her clothes and declaring she couldn't take it anymore.
Don't cover your ears. Don't aim for a good-looking boyfriend. An average-looking one is fine. You should look for someone who likes you, not someone you like.
The scene has resonated with many people. Comments that got a lot of votes from netizens were, "I feel suffocated" across the screen, and "This is why young people don't like to go home." There are many similar videos on the Chinese internet. Some are real footage and some are made by bloggers acting. This footage is real. A 25-year-old woman working out of town returned to her home in the rural area for the new year. Her father frantically urged her to get married. The woman returned from a blind date and her father said, "The other party has built a house and it's good for you to marry over. The key is that you are already 25 years old. Aren't you worried? If you wait any longer, you won't be able to get married." The daughter responded that she met him once or twice and didn't know what kind of person he was, so she couldn't rush. But the father kept repeating, "You are already 25 years old, 25 years old, and don't try to be picky." In the rural areas of China, girls get married earlier than in the cities. The age of 25 is considered to have passed the prime age for marriage. This girl is only 18 years old. She was kicked out of her grandmother's house and made to sleep in the courtyard after she refused a blind date arranged by her grandmother.
If you get married at the end of the year, I will give you all these.
What is this?
These are 2 real estate certificates and the land deed.
Get married by the end of the year? How many months are left until the end of the year? How can I finish the job of getting married? You don't really want to give me these things, don't you?
If you can't get married, you can at least find a girlfriend.
If I can find a girlfriend while I'm still young, will you give me these things?
Yes, if you can find a girlfriend before the end of the year, you can have these.
I don't want these things. You can just give me the money. Do you have any money left?
I can't give you money, my savings. I still need to save money for my daughter-in-law.
Mind you, she was saving for her daughter's bride price. This is crazy. But there's always a tradition being pushed on women. Women are always taking the blame for the problems when things go wrong. Women are taken out when they decide that there are too many over the population. Then women are asked to and forced to and pressured to give birth and marry men and become slaves to them. Then, when they're single, peaceful, and happy, everybody wants to tell them that they're sad and should have a man, as if you can't be a human being without a man. This is disgusting. I know this is another culture that I'm talking about, but if I apply it to the black community, um, they probably weren't pressured to get married, and nobody really wants to see black women with anybody. So, and then you wonder why blacks are in the position they are, right? But this is still something that is not right when it comes to women. If she wants to be, she wants to travel the world and have a passion in life to pursue, something that she was sent on this earth for, then that should be totally acceptable. But women aren't allowed to be individuals. But they're so mad at these independent women when they became independent because men weren't trying to be men for them. Why can't they tell men to be better husbands? Why can't they train men to be husbands? It's not stable when they all of a sudden want to go cheat when the relationship, everything was still going okay. They did not express, um, they didn't express themselves within the relationship and try to make it better. They didn't try to put when they decided to cheat, they should have went and talked to the woman instead that they're with instead, and tried to make it exciting again, and try to find what was missing, and maybe even make it clear to her what she's not doing anymore, and and so that she can be aware of it, so both of them can make changes, not just one. They put a lot of pressure on these women in society. Guess I should count my blessings that in the black community, if you have a black father, you know, your family, they're going to encourage you not to get married. They're going to encourage you to be strong and independent because they know that black men on the whole do not come through for women. They don't build for women, they don't marry, they don't provide. But in their culture, with the Chinese culture and all, they do. Their whole thing is marry off the girl. But what they don't understand is times is changing now. And marriage isn't on front and center because so many have disrespected the marriage and became abusive. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. So watch this clip.
Basically, we have this couple. They just got married. The wife is still in the wedding dress, and this guy is still in the suit. But I guess things got violent at the wedding, where he actually put his hand on his wife, and they all started arguing and flipping out. I'm not sure how these things happen. How do you?
Something really scary happened. My friend and I were at a bar. We invited some people over to toast.
On the list, basically, we have this couple. They just got married. The wife is still in the wedding dress, and this guy is still in the suit. But I guess things got violent at the wedding, where he actually put his hand on his wife, and they all started arguing and flipping out. I'm not sure how these things happen. How do you marry a guy that's already like violent? That's kind of crazy to me. But this couple.
So there you have it. The minute these so-called grooms saw that it was finally had a slave on paper, they started the hitting. Isn't that crazy? And in the first clip where that bow-headed thing was going off and the police had to take him under control or whatever, he hit that the woman that was going to be his wife so completely hard that it set the whole family off, and there was a whole family brawl over it. And I believe she did get married to him after that. Can you believe that? You heard how the narrator had criticized her for taking him back. So, or for marrying him after all that. So, I don't know why marriage would be so appealing to people. Why do they encourage women to pressure women into things that's not going to, well, it would benefit them in some type of way, but on the other hand, what's the cost? What's the cost of marriage when it comes to women? Ciao.